Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to try and do the easiest windows that I know how to do, and I'm going to show you how I do it. I can say it's the right way in any way, but it's proven to work in the past. So here we go. Don't laugh at my tiny chop saw. It's not the size of your chop saw. Although I do have a way nicer saw, I don't know why I'm not using it. Too lazy to go get it. Test fit those. Okay, so that was a little tight. I'm just going to take a blade width. It was still just a hair tight. Should be plenty. Okay, so I'm sure you've all seen a Kreg jig. I bought the cheapest one they had because I used to have one, and it was like I just didn't want to buy another one. So you set it up like this. It's got a little mark on there. It tells you 3/4 inch lumber. You set the collar on there, so it goes down just before it ends. You can see it leaves a 3/4 inch lip on there. And let's see if it works. I'm gonna do this together. Oh no, not that one. This one. Okay, just that easy, and it leaves you with a nice pocket. Nice pocket for your screws to go into. Okay, I'll save you maybe I'll just time lapse it. I don't know. Yeah, so I put a little glue on the end of this, but then I realized that there's a big knot right here, which is what I get for buying the cheapest lumber. But chances are that's probably going to split. And so we gotta cut another piece. I would not suggest cranking those down. Just tight enough is good. The glue will do most of the work. Didn't split. Good. So there's a little lip on there, but that's okay. Then again with the top or the bottom. Doesn't really matter. Make sure you glue everything. I think this board was, you're gonna see this on the inside. So I like to put these knots where you can see them. I don't know, just makes life a little bit more interesting. I'm not sure how I'm gonna finish these yet. If I'm gonna go just natural or paint them white, I don't know. Ah, that moved quite a bit. Trying to be as gentle as possible. I don't want it to break, you know? Okay. Make sure you glue everything up. Is it that far off? Oh, it doesn't break. Where's my square? Okay, close enough. You know, if it moves a little, that's fine. Because nothing's perfect. And since I'm kind of doing it all by feel, you'll see what I mean in a minute. Like, all the dimensions are going to be off just a little bit. Again, not trying to crank those down. The glue will do a lot of the work for you. Believe it or not, I never used to use glue, but after years of lessons, you know? Okay. All right, that's a basic frame. I'll cut some 3/4 inch stops to go in here, and some hinges at the top so the window can open, and of course the frame, and we'll build that in the exact same way. So let's go see if it fits. Okay, you're gonna see this for the first time, just like me, how this goes in there, hopefully. Hey, that's what we're going for right there. Beauty, beauty, beauty. So there's one frame. I'll start the next one and the back one, and then we'll do all the stops at the same time, and then we'll do all the window frames at the same time. And then, oh, the door frame too. Okay, here we go. Need another 2 at 12. Oh, it's funny. Oh, it's that knot. Okay, let me show you what I mean by doing it by feel. Like, I just have the wood here and see how it doesn't fit in the hole. It's close, but it doesn't fit. So I'll take this back over to the chop saw, take a blade width off of it, and just put it back. Okay, back to that blade width, Just gonna hold it by feel in the back, square them up in the saw. You might have to do that twice, like, see? No, if it's in there just right. One of them's a little bit off. I might take that play out of the bottom one, or whichever one is, whichever one's a little tall. So one of these is a little snug, and just for, or maybe it just wasn't square. Seems like it's pretty good in the saw, but just breathe on it a little bit. Okay, now, because my window openings are wonky, you can just take your two pieces, stick them in there, and then measure, because my math isn't so great. What do we got there? 14 and, man, it wants to be 3/4, but it's not quite. Let's just say 5/8. No, let's just say 14 and 3/4, and then we'll cut a little bit off of it. Until it fits. I think this side's much lower than this side, so we'll see what happens. Do yourself a favor and always take an end cut off of there, off both sides, because what you get from the mill is not 100%. Oh, wow. We got a huge difference here. So I'll probably just stick it in there and kind of mark it with a pencil. Okay, mark that with a pencil. It's pretty tight, and that's okay, but then this one will be kind of loose, so won't matter so much though. That's what I mean about doing these by feel. I'm sure there's a carpenter out there just screaming at me, but okay. Now that I know that these are going to fit all the way in the frame, I'm going to take them and make a frame like that. I'll spare you the pocket holes though. Okay, I got that pocket holes drilled. Uh-oh. Still doesn't want to go. She doesn't want to go in there. There she goes. Honestly, kind of wish that's how tight the other one was too, but whatever. Kind of want to just make sure that they're still square, which we are. So that's good. Okay. Door frame. Okay, so door is 26 wide. Ooh, it just barely fits. So I'm going to take it back to the saw and, take a good 1/8 inch off of it. Okay, check one more time. There we go. Some kind of, take that out. I am using household tools today, so anybody could do this. 61 and a half will be our starting point. Okay. Okay, so yeah, they kind of fit, but not quite. So again, I'm going to trim just a little bit off. Okay, so all the boards are cut. We know they fit in there. It's a little loose now, but that's okay. It gives us some wiggle room in case it's not quite square. So pocket holes and glue it together. Okay, so that's the door frame. I mean, this goes really quick. It's only 1 o'clock. I started this afternoon. So 3 of the 4 are like the hard part's done, right? Next, we're gonna cut 3/4 by 3/4. Well, I might go like just over half for the stops this time. I noticed that in the past when I make them stick out 3/4, just significantly reduces the area, but also like for putting on latches and things, like you need more room on the frame to put the 90-degree latch that I hope I can get. If not, I'll work it out. But hey, at any rate, yeah, stops are next. Or maybe we could even do frames. Well, let's get the back one done. Okay, all the basic frames are done. Even the back one here, we'll run around to the back. Okay, so now we're gonna make stops. Here we go. Since we're using 1.5 by 1.5 inches, this is just a block spacer I'm gonna use to set the stops in there. And it's kind of just repeating the process of this right here. So measure here, cut 2, measure here, cut 2. Okay, here we go. Stops are cut. Here's the stops. We're going to put them in there. We're going to measure with this. Give it, 3/4 space. Glue it. I'm going to put a couple of brad nails in it, and I'm going to do that all the way around. That's a little better. That way, the spacers are the exact depth of the window, and we can just glue these on like this. Yeah. Snug as a bug in a rug. Okay. Other side. Okay, some glue. Okay. All right. These to this side. These should line right up. Same side. Which they do. Beauty. Okay. I want to try to keep moisture out, so I'm gonna glue all the sides. Hopefully they are tight enough to make a waterproof joint. I mean, I'm sure I'm going to use some kind of sealer, but I mean, it's wood. Inherently, there's going to be problems with wood. So, you know, it is what it is. Beauty. Okay. Good. Ends. Give it all a little massage. Okay. It's looking good. Okay, there. That's probably starting to look a lot more like what it's supposed to. And you just picture the, oh, this way. Okay. Picture this as being the window. You know, I'm going to make a square one of these and then just make stops, and that's the window. Okay, let's put that in. Okay. Starting to look like something now. And now the next one. I'll spare you doing the other ones, but until we get to the next step. Okay, there is window number 2. Stops are done. Now the door. Okay, the door and windows now have stops. I think people think it's more complicated than it is, but this is pretty basic stuff here. You know, a basic window. I'm sure vinyl windows perform a lot better, but they look like vinyl windows. So, okay. I think I've run out of energy for today. I gotta go to work tomorrow, but the frames. I mean, most of the frames are done. Still got to do the actual window frames and the actual door frame, which I'm kind of rethinking now because I got 2x6s. Those are 5.5 and 5.5, or a quarter. It would leave such a small window and so much. But the hardware I have, the door hardware requires, it's like home hardware. So I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. Maybe make the bottom out of 2x6s. Yeah, I don't know yet. It'll be a surprise. If you made it this far, thanks for watching.